Question 1. What action should you take when you see a slower traffic keep right sign? A. Maintain your current speed and lane position. B. Move to the left lane if you are driving slower than other traffic. C. Immediately pull over to the right-hand side of the road. Answer. B. Move to the left lane if you are driving slower than other traffic. The slower traffic keep right sign is used to minimize traffic congestion by keeping slower moving vehicles in the right lane, allowing faster traffic to pass on the left. Question 2. How should you react when approaching a shoulder work ahead sign? A. Increase speed to quickly pass the area. B. Be prepared to stop if necessary and watch for workers and equipment. C. Ignore the sign as it does not affect the roadway. Answer. B. Be prepared to stop if necessary and watch for workers and equipment. The shoulder work ahead sign indicates that there is work being done on or near the shoulder, and drivers should be cautious, slow down, and be prepared for potential hazards. Question 3. What does a bicycle road sign indicate, and how should you adjust your driving? A. Bicycles are prohibited in this area. B. Expect increased bicycle traffic and share the road. C. Bicyclists must yield to vehicles. Answer. B. Expect increased bicycle traffic and share the road. A bicycle sign indicates areas where bicycle traffic is frequent, and drivers should be cautious, look out for bicyclists, and be prepared to share the road safely. Question 4. What is prohibited when you encounter a no U-turn sign? A. Making a right turn. B. Making the U-turn. C. Changing lanes. Answer. B. Making a U-turn. The no U-turn sign explicitly prohibits drivers from making U-turns at that location due to safety or traffic flow reasons. Question 5. What does a lane end sign indicate, and what should you do upon seeing this sign? A. The lane is only for high occupancy vehicles. B. Merge safely into the adjacent lane. C. Increase speed to get ahead of other vehicles. Answer. B. Merge safely into the adjacent lane. A lane end sign indicates that the current lane is ending soon, and drivers should prepare to merge safely into the adjacent lane. Question 6. How should a driver approach a T intersection? A. The driver must always turn right at a T intersection. B. Yield to traffic on the through road. C. Accelerate quickly to merge with traffic. Answer. B. Yield to traffic on the through road. At a T intersection, drivers must yield to vehicles on the through road before turning either left or right. Question 7. What precautions should you take when you see a road closed ahead sign? A. Ignore the sign and continue driving. B. Prepare to turn around or follow the detour. C. Increase speed to pass the area before it closes. Answer. B. Prepare to turn around or follow the detour. A road closed ahead sign indicates that the road ahead is closed to traffic, and drivers should be ready to follow detour signs or turn around. Question 8. When you see a Use Next Exit sign, what actions should you consider? A. Take the next exit if it leads to your destination. B. Ignore the sign as it is only a suggestion. C. Increase speed and continue on the highway. Answer. A. Take the next exit if it leads to your destination. The Use Next Exit sign is typically used to indicate that the next exit is the most appropriate for reaching a specific destination or for avoiding upcoming roadwork or congestion. Question 9. What does an emergency parking only sign mean? A. Parking is allowed for non-emergencies. B. Only emergency vehicles are allowed to park in this area. C. All vehicles can park temporarily. Answer. B. Only emergency vehicles are allowed to park in this area. An emergency parking only sign reserves parking spaces for emergency vehicles, such as police cars, ambulances, and fire trucks. Question 10. How far in advance should you prepare to stop when you see a stop ahead sign? A. Stop immediately upon seeing the sign. B. Prepare to stop at the upcoming stop sign. C. You do not need to stop until you see the stop line. Answer. B. Prepare to stop at the upcoming stop sign. The stop ahead sign is placed before a stop sign to warn drivers of an upcoming stop and to give them sufficient time to slow down safely. Question 11. What should drivers do upon encountering a slippery road sign? A. Speed up to pass the area quickly. B. Continue driving at the same speed. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. Answer. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. A slippery road sign indicates that the road may be slippery, especially in wet or icy conditions, and drivers should reduce speed and drive carefully. Question 12. How should you interpret and react to a directional arrow sign? A. The sign indicates a recommended driving direction, but you can choose any direction. B. Follow the direction of the arrow to stay in the correct lane. C. The sign is only for pedestrians. Answer. B. Follow the direction of the arrow to stay in the correct lane. A directional arrow sign is used to guide drivers into the correct lane, indicating the direction the lane is heading. Question 13. What does the two-way traffic ahead sign signify for drivers? A. The road ahead changes to a one-way street. B. Traffic will be flowing in both directions. C. The road ahead is closed to traffic. Answer. B. Traffic will be flowing in both directions. The two-way traffic ahead sign warns drivers that they are approaching an area where the previously one-way road will now carry two-way traffic. Question 14. What does a park and ride sign indicate? A. No parking is available in the area. B. Designated area for parking and public transportation access. C. Amusement park rides ahead. Answer. B. Designated area for parking and public transportation access. A park and ride sign indicates a facility where drivers can park their cars and transfer to public transportation for the remainder of their journey. Question 15. What kind of area are you approaching if you see an airport sign? A. A low-flying aircraft zone. B. Vicinity of an airport. C. Restricted military area. Answer. B. Vicinity of an airport. An airport sign indicates that you are approaching an airport, and drivers should be aware of possible related traffic and signs for terminals or parking. Question 16. How should you prepare for a traffic signal when you see a traffic light sign ahead? A. Ignore the sign as it is not regulatory. B. Be ready to stop or proceed according to the upcoming traffic light. C. Increase your speed to avoid stopping. Answer. B. Be ready to stop or proceed according to the upcoming traffic light. The traffic light sign is a warning that there is a traffic light ahead, and drivers should prepare to respond to it. Question 17. What maneuver is not allowed when a no left turn sign is present? A. Making a U-turn. B. Making a left turn. C. Turning right. Answer. B. Making a left turn. A no left turn sign clearly prohibits drivers from making left turns at that location. Question 18. What should you anticipate when you see a railroad crossing sign? A. A pedestrian crossing ahead. B. An upcoming railroad crossing. C. Frequent animal crossings. Answer. B. An upcoming railroad crossing. The railroad crossing sign is a warning that there is a railroad crossing ahead, and drivers should be prepared to stop if necessary. Question 19. What does a slower traffic use turnouts sign mean, especially on two-lane roads? A. Slower vehicles must turn off the road. B. Slower vehicles should use turnouts to allow faster traffic to pass. C. All traffic must use turnouts for rest stops. Answer B. Slower vehicles should use turnouts to allow faster traffic to pass. The slower traffic use turnout sign is used on two-lane roads where slower vehicles are encouraged to use turnouts to let faster traffic pass safely. Question 20. What does a winding road sign indicate, and how should you adjust your driving? A. The road ahead is straight and clear. B. The road ahead has a series of turns or curves. C. There is a steep hill ahead. Answer B. The road ahead has a series of turns or curves. A winding road sign warns drivers of upcoming twists and turns in the road, advising them to reduce speed and drive with caution. Question 21. In what situations is it legal to exceed the speed limit when passing another vehicle? A. When passing on a two-lane road. B. It is never legal to exceed the speed limit. C. When the other vehicle is moving well below the speed limit. Answer B. It is never legal to exceed the speed limit. Even when passing another vehicle, you must adhere to the posted speed limits. Exceeding the speed limit can result in fines and unsafe driving conditions. Question 22. What are the legal implications of failing to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights? A. A warning from the police. B. A traffic citation and fine. C. No legal implications as long as no children are crossing. Answer B. A traffic citation and fine. Failing to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights is a serious offense. Drivers must stop to ensure the safety of children boarding or alighting from the bus. Question 23. How should you react if your vehicle starts hydroplaning on a wet road? A. Apply the brakes firmly and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. B. Ease off the gas pedal and steer in the direction you want to go. C. Accelerate to regain traction. Answer B. Ease off the gas pedal and steer in the direction you want to go. When hydroplaning, it's important to gently ease off the accelerator and steer in the desired direction without making sudden turns or braking abruptly. Question 24. What is the correct procedure for making a right turn at a red light after stopping, where it's legal? A. Stop, then proceed without yielding to other traffic. B. Yield to all oncoming traffic and pedestrians before turning. C. Make the turn quickly before the light changes. Answer B. Yield to all oncoming traffic and pedestrians before turning. After stopping at a red light, you may turn right if it is legal and safe, but only after yielding to all other traffic and pedestrians. Question 25. In a vehicle with anti-lock brakes, how should you apply the brakes in an emergency? A. Pump the brakes rapidly. B. Apply steady pressure without pumping. C. Brake lightly and steer sharply. Answer B. Apply steady pressure without pumping. With anti-lock brakes, the best approach in an emergency is to apply steady pressure to the brake pedal and let the system modulate the braking force to prevent skidding. Question 26. What should you do if you miss your exit on a freeway? A. Make a U-turn on the freeway. B. Continue to the next exit and then find a way back. C. Stop on the freeway and back up to the exit. Answer B. Continue to the next exit and then find a way back. If you miss your exit on a freeway, never stop or reverse. Proceed to the next exit and reroute from there. Question 27. When are you required to yield the right of way to a pedestrian at a crosswalk? A. Only when pedestrians are on the same half of the roadway. B. At all times, regardless of the pedestrian's location. C. Only when the pedestrian signals are green. Answer B. At all times, regardless of the pedestrian's location. Drivers must yield the right of way to pedestrians at crosswalks, both marked and unmarked, to ensure pedestrian safety. Question 28. What actions should you take if your vehicle's engine overheats while driving? A. Continue driving to reach your destination quickly. B. Pull over safely, turn off the engine, and open the hood. C. Turn on the heater to full blast to cool the engine. Answer: B. Pull over safely, turn off the engine, and open the hood. If your vehicle's engine overheats, it's important to stop driving, safely pull over, shut off the engine, and allow it to cool before checking for issues. Question 29. How should you position your hands on the steering wheel while driving? A. Both hands at the top of the wheel. B. One hand at the top and one at the bottom. C. Hands at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. Answer: C. Hands at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. For optimal control and safety, hands should be positioned on opposite sides of the steering wheel, typically at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. Question 30. What is the appropriate following distance behind another vehicle under normal driving conditions? A. 2 seconds. B. 3 to 4 seconds. C. At least 10 seconds. Answer: B. 3 to 4 seconds. A safe following distance under normal conditions is about 3 to 4 seconds, allowing adequate time to react and stop if necessary. Question 31. What steps should you follow if you're involved in a minor traffic collision with no injuries? A. Leave the vehicles where they are and wait for the police. B. Move the vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information. C. Immediately drive away from the scene. Answer: B. Move the vehicles out of traffic if possible, then exchange information. In a minor collision without injuries, it's often best to move the vehicles to a safe location, then exchange contact and insurance information. Question 32. How do you properly use a roundabout or traffic circle? A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. B. Enter the roundabout at high speed to keep traffic flowing. C. Stop in the roundabout to yield to entering traffic. Answer: A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. When entering a roundabout, yield to vehicles already circulating, and enter only when it is safe to do so. Question 33. What should you do if you encounter an aggressive driver on the road? A. Respond with similar aggressive behavior. B. Try to get out of their way and avoid eye contact. C. Follow them closely to show your disapproval. Answer: B. Try to get out of their way and avoid eye contact. If you encounter an aggressive driver, the safest approach is to stay calm, give them space, and avoid confrontation. Question 34. How does California law address the use of cell phones while driving? A. Handheld use is permitted for all drivers. B. Handheld use is illegal for all drivers. C. Only texting is prohibited while driving. Answer: B. Handheld use is illegal for all drivers. California law prohibits the use of handheld cell phones while driving. Drivers are encouraged to use hands-free devices if they need to communicate while on the road. Question 35. What are the consequences of driving under the influence, DUI, in California? A. A warning for the first offense. B. Mandatory jail time for any offense. C. Fines, license suspension, and possible jail time. Answer: C. Fines, license suspension, and possible jail time. Driving under the influence in California can result in severe penalties, including fines, license suspension, and even jail time, depending on the circumstances and number of offenses. Question 36. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit for drivers aged 21 and over in California? A. 0.05%. B. 0.08%. C. There is no specific limit. Answer: B. 0.08%. In California, the legal BAC limit for drivers 21 and older is 0.08%. Driving with a BAC at or above this limit is considered driving under the influence. Question 37. How should you adjust your driving in foggy conditions? A. Use high beams for better visibility. B. Drive at normal speeds using regular headlights. C. Reduce speed and use low beam headlights. Answer. C. Reduce speed and use low beam headlights. In foggy conditions, it's important to slow down and use low beams, as high beams can reflect off the fog and further impair visibility. Question 38. What are the rules regarding child safety seats in California? A. Children under 8 must be in a car seat or booster seat. B. Child safety seats are optional. C. Only infants need to be in a rear-facing car seat. Answer. A. Children under 8 must be in a car seat or booster seat. In California, children under the age of 8 must be secured in a car seat or booster seat in the back seat of a vehicle. Question 39. When is it mandatory to use your headlights while driving in California? A. Only at night. B. At night and when visibility is less than 1,000 feet. C. Only in bad weather. Answer. B. At night and when visibility is less than 1,000 feet. California law requires the use of headlights at night and during any time when visibility is less than 1,000 feet, such as in fog or heavy rain. Question 40. What are the right-of-way rules when two drivers arrive at a four-way stop at the same time? A. The driver on the left goes first. B. The driver on the right goes first. C. Whoever is driving faster has the right-of-way. Answer. B. The driver on the right goes first. At a four-way stop, the right-of-way is given to the driver on the right when two vehicles arrive at the intersection simultaneously. Question 41. What is the correct action when approaching a crosswalk where pedestrians are waiting to cross? A. Continue at your current speed, as pedestrians should wait. B. Stop and yield to the pedestrians. C. Honk to alert the pedestrians to move. Answer. B. Stop and yield to the pedestrians. When approaching a crosswalk with waiting pedestrians, drivers are required to stop and yield, allowing the pedestrians to cross safely. Question 42. How should you react if your vehicle begins to skid on a slippery road? A. Brake hard and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. B. Ease off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. C. Accelerate to regain control. Answer. B. Ease off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. In a skid, it's important to stay calm, ease off the accelerator, and gently steer in the direction you want the front of the vehicle to go. Question 43. What is the minimum safe following distance in rainy or wet road conditions? A. 1 second. B. 4 to 5 seconds. C. 2 to 3 seconds. Answer. B. 4 to 5 seconds. In wet or rainy conditions, increasing your following distance to 4 to 5 seconds provides additional safety margin and reaction time. Question 44. What should you do if an emergency vehicle with flashing lights is approaching from either direction? A. Speed up to clear the way quickly. B. Continue driving at the same speed. C. Pull over to the side of the road and stop. Answer. C. Pull over to the side of the road and stop. When an emergency vehicle with flashing lights is approaching, pull over to the right side of the road and stop to allow it to pass safely. Question 45. How do you determine the right-of-way at an intersection with no signs or signals? A. The vehicle to the left has the right-of-way. B. The vehicle to the right has the right-of-way. C. The first vehicle to arrive has the right-of-way. Answer. B. The vehicle to the right has the right-of-way. At an intersection with no signs or signals, the right-of-way is given to the vehicle on the right. Question 46. What steps should you take if your brakes fail while driving? A. Pump the brake pedal rapidly. B. Use the emergency brake and shift to a lower gear. C. Continue driving to a service station. Answer. B. Use the emergency brake and shift to a lower gear. If your brakes fail, use the emergency brake and shift to a lower gear to help slow down the vehicle and look for a safe place to stop. Question 47. What are the rules for passing bicycles on the road in California? A. Pass with at least a 3-foot clearance. B. Bicycles should always yield to vehicles. C. Honk to alert the bicyclist before passing. Answer. A. Pass with at least a 3-foot clearance. When passing bicycles, maintain a safe distance of at least 3 feet to ensure the safety of the bicyclist. Question 48. What does it mean when a traffic signal is showing a flashing yellow light? A. Stop and proceed with caution. B. Proceed without slowing down. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. Answer. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means to slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary, proceeding with caution. Question 49. When is it legal to drive in a carpool lane in California? A. During non-peak hours. B. When driving alone. C. When the required number of occupants is met. Answer. C. When the required number of occupants is met. Carpool lanes in California can only be used when the vehicle meets the minimum occupancy requirements posted. Question 50. What should you do if you are being tailgated by another vehicle? A. Brake sharply to discourage the tailgater. B. Move over and let the tailgater pass. C. Accelerate to increase the distance. Answer. B. Move over and let the tailgater pass. If being tailgated, the safest action is to move over, if possible, and allow the tailgating vehicle to pass. Question 51. How do you handle a situation where you are driving through a construction zone? A. Maintain your normal speed. B. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be alert for workers. C. Speed up to clear the zone quickly. Answer. B. Slow down, obey posted signs, and be alert for workers. In construction zones, reduce speed, follow signage, and watch for workers to ensure safety. Question 52. What are the legal requirements for wearing seat belts in California? A. Seat belts are required for front seat passengers only. B. All vehicle occupants must wear seat belts. C. Seat belts are optional. Answer. B. All vehicle occupants must wear seat belts. California law requires all occupants of a vehicle, both front and rear seats, to wear seat belts. Question 53. What is the procedure for changing lanes on a multi-lane road? A. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, then change lanes. B. Change lanes quickly without signaling. C. Honk to alert other drivers before changing lanes. Answer. A. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, then change lanes. Always signal your intention, check mirrors and blind spots, and then change lanes when it is safe to do so. Question 54. How should you respond to a traffic officer's instructions at an intersection? A. Follow the traffic signals regardless of the officer's instructions. B. Ignore the officer and continue driving. C. Follow the officer's instructions, even if they contradict traffic signals. Answer. C. Follow the officer's instructions, even if they contradict traffic signals. Always follow the directions of a traffic officer, as they may be managing a specific situation or hazard. Question 55. What does a solid white line on the road indicate? A. A pedestrian crossing area. B. Lane changes are allowed. C. Lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. Answer. C. Lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. A solid white line typically indicates that lane changes are either discouraged or prohibited. Question 56. What are the consequences of not stopping for a pedestrian in a crosswalk? A. A warning. B. A traffic citation and fine. C. No consequences if the pedestrian is not close. Answer B. A traffic citation and fine. Failing to stop for a pedestrian in a crosswalk can result in a citation and fine, as it is a violation of pedestrian right-of-way laws. Question 57. How should you approach a blind intersection in a residential area? A. Drive through the intersection at the posted speed limit. B. Stop at the intersection and proceed when clear. C. Slow down, look for oncoming traffic, and proceed with caution. Answer C. Slow down, look for oncoming traffic, and proceed with caution. At a blind intersection, it is important to reduce speed and proceed only when you have a clear view of oncoming traffic and it is safe to do so. Question 58. What actions are required if you are involved in a hit-and-run incident? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Stop, call the police, and wait for them to arrive. C. Report the incident to your insurance company only. Answer B. Stop, call the police, and wait for them to arrive. In a hit-and-run incident, you should stop safely, call the police, and wait at the scene until they arrive. Question 59. How do you correctly use high beam headlights without blinding other drivers? A. Use high beams only in rural areas. B. Switch to low beams when another vehicle is approaching. C. Always use high beams to see further. Answer B. Switch to low beams when another vehicle is approaching. Use high beams for better visibility when no other vehicles are around, but switch to low beams to avoid blinding oncoming traffic. Question 60. What is the procedure for dealing with a tire blowout while driving? A. Brake hard and steer towards the shoulder. B. Maintain your speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. C. Ease off the gas, grip the steering wheel firmly, and steer straight. Answer C. Ease off the gas, grip the steering wheel firmly, and steer straight. In a tire blowout, avoid braking hard. Instead, ease off the accelerator, grip the steering wheel, and steer straight until the vehicle slows down and you can safely pull over. Question 61. What should you do if you approach an intersection with a malfunctioning traffic signal? A. Treat it as a four-way stop. B. Proceed with caution without stopping. C. Wait for the signal to be repaired. Answer A. Treat it as a four-way stop. If a traffic signal is malfunctioning, treat the intersection as a four-way stop, stopping completely and proceeding only when it's safe and your turn. Question 62. When is it permissible to make a left turn at a red light? A. From any lane when the way is clear. B. Never. It is always illegal. C. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. Answer C. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. In California, it's legal to make a left turn on red from a one-way street onto another one-way street after stopping and ensuring the way is clear. Question 63. How do you safely share the road with large trucks and buses? A. Always stay close to their rear to be visible. B. Give them extra space, especially when they are turning. C. Overtake them quickly to minimize time spent next to them. Answer B. Give them extra space, especially when they are turning. Large vehicles have larger blind spots and need more space to maneuver, so give them ample room on the road. Question 64. What actions should you take if your vehicle's accelerator sticks while driving? A. Keep pumping the gas pedal. B. Shift to neutral and apply the brakes. C. Turn off the engine immediately. Answer B. Shift to neutral and apply the brakes. If your accelerator sticks, shift to neutral, apply the brakes steadily to slow down, and steer your vehicle to a safe area. Question 65. What is the proper way to handle a curve in the road? A. Accelerate in the curve for stability. B. Slow down before the curve and accelerate gently through it. C. Maintain your current speed. Answer: B. Slow down before the curve and accelerate gently through it. Reduce speed before entering a curve and then gently accelerate through it for better control. Question 66. How should you adjust your driving in school zones? A. Increase speed to clear the area quickly. B. Obey the posted speed limits and watch for children. C. School zone limits are only guidelines. Answer: B. Obey the posted speed limits and watch for children. School zones have reduced speed limits for safety. Be extra cautious and look out for children in these areas. Question 67. What are the consequences of driving without insurance in California? A. Vehicle impoundment. B. A small fine. C. No consequences if you're not in an accident. Answer: A. Vehicle impoundment. Driving without insurance can result in severe penalties, including fines and vehicle impoundment. Question 68. What should you do if you are involved in an accident with an unattended vehicle? A. Leave immediately. B. Wait for a while, then leave if no one shows up. C. Leave a note with your contact information and report the accident. Answer: C. Leave a note with your contact information and report the accident. If you hit an unattended vehicle, leave a note with your details and report the accident to the police. Question 69. How does California law regulate the use of headphones or earbuds while driving? A. Use in both ears is permitted. B. Use in one ear only. C. Prohibited in both ears. Answer: C. Prohibited in both ears. California law prohibits the use of headphones or earbuds in both ears while driving. Question 70. What are the guidelines for yielding the right-of-way to emergency vehicles when on the freeway? A. Speed up to clear the lane faster. B. Pull over to the right and stop. C. Continue at the same speed and direction. Answer: B. Pull over to the right and stop. When an emergency vehicle approaches with lights and sirens, move to the right and stop, allowing it to pass. Question 71. What is the proper procedure for parking on a hill with and without a curb? A. Always turn your wheels away from the curb. B. Turn your wheels away from the curb on a downhill slope and towards the curb on an uphill slope. C. It doesn't matter which way you turn your wheels. Answer: B. Turn your wheels away from the curb on a downhill slope and towards the curb on an uphill slope. This prevents the vehicle from rolling into traffic if the brakes fail. Question 72. How should you respond to a police vehicle making a traffic stop? A. Keep driving at your current speed. B. Pull over to the right-hand side and stop. C. Stop in your current lane. Answer: B. Pull over to the right-hand side and stop. When a police vehicle is making a traffic stop, safely pull over to the right side of the road and stop. Question 73. What is the legal definition of a hit and run in California? A. Leaving the scene of an accident without causing damage. B. Failing to stop and provide information after an accident. C. Having an accident without witnesses. Answer: B. Failing to stop and provide information after an accident. A hit and run involves leaving the scene of an accident without stopping to provide your information, regardless of who was at fault. Question 74. When is it required to report a traffic accident in California? A. For any accident, regardless of damage or injuries. B. Only if the damage exceeds $1,000 or if there are injuries. C. Only if the police arrive at the scene. Answer: B. Only if the damage exceeds $1,000 or if there are injuries. In California, you must report an accident if there is significant property damage, injuries, or fatalities. Question 75. What precautions should you take when driving in mountainous areas? A. Drive faster to maintain momentum. B. Use lower gears and be cautious on steep grades. C. Keep your windows closed at all times. Answer: B. Use lower gears and be cautious on steep grades. In mountainous areas, use lower gears for better control and be cautious when navigating steep grades and curves. Question 76. How do you safely navigate through a traffic roundabout? A. Yield to traffic on your left. B. Enter without yielding. C. Yield to traffic in the roundabout and on your right. Answer: C. Yield to traffic in the roundabout and on your right. When entering a roundabout, yield to both the traffic already in the roundabout and any traffic coming from your right. Question 77. What is the significance of a double yellow line on the road? A. Indicates a school zone. B. Passing is allowed. C. No passing is allowed. Answer: C. No passing is allowed. A double yellow line means that passing is not allowed for traffic in either direction. Question 78. How do you properly yield to oncoming traffic when making a left turn? A. Turn quickly before oncoming traffic arrives. B. Wait for a safe gap in oncoming traffic. C. Flash your headlights to signal your intention. Answer: B. Wait for a safe gap in oncoming traffic. When making a left turn, yield to oncoming traffic and turn only when there is a safe gap. Question 79. What should you do if you are driving and encounter a funeral procession? A. Join the procession to get through traffic. B. Cut through the procession. C. Yield and do not cut through or join the procession. Answer: C. Yield and do not cut through or join the procession. Show respect by yielding to a funeral procession and not interrupting it. Question 80. How do you handle a situation where your view is obstructed by a large vehicle in front of you? A. Follow closely to get a better view. B. Keep a safe distance and be prepared to react. C. Overtake the vehicle immediately. Answer: B. Keep a safe distance and be prepared to react. When your view is obstructed, maintain a safe following distance to give yourself time to react to potential hazards. Question 81. What is the recommended action if you experience a vehicle malfunction, like a broken headlight, while driving at night? A. Continue driving to your destination. B. Use your high beams instead. C. Pull over and fix the issue or arrange for another mode of transportation. Answer: C. Pull over and fix the issue or arrange for another mode of transportation. If a critical feature like a headlight malfunctions at night, it's safest to stop driving and address the issue to ensure visibility and safety. Question 82. How should you react to a vehicle emergency where you have to stop on the highway? A. Stop in the middle lane. B. Pull over to the shoulder and turn on your hazard lights. C. Keep driving until you find a service station. Answer: B. Pull over to the shoulder and turn on your hazard lights. In an emergency, safely move your vehicle to the shoulder and use hazard lights to alert other drivers. Question 83. What are the rules for making a U-turn in a residential area in California? A. U-turns are always allowed in residential areas. B. U-turns are permitted when safe and not prohibited by a sign. C. U-turns are never allowed in residential areas. Answer: B. U-turns are permitted when safe and not prohibited by a sign. In residential areas, U-turns are allowed unless a sign specifically prohibits them, and it is safe to do so. Question 84. How do you safely navigate through a tunnel or underpass? A. Turn on your headlights, even in the daytime. B. Increase your speed to minimize time spent in the tunnel. C. Turn off your headlights to save energy. Answer A. Turn on your headlights even in the daytime. It's important to use headlights when driving through a tunnel or underpass to ensure visibility. Question 85. What should you do if you approach a scene of an accident where emergency services have not yet arrived? A. Stop and block traffic until they arrive. B. Continue driving to avoid congestion. C. Pull over safely, offer assistance if safe, and call emergency services. Answer C. Pull over safely, offer assistance if safe, and call emergency services. If you're the first on the scene, provide help if you can do so safely and call for emergency assistance. Question 86. What is the legal requirement for turning on your headlights during inclement weather? A. Only when it's raining heavily. B. Whenever visibility is reduced. C. Headlights are optional during the day. Answer B. Whenever visibility is reduced. California law requires the use of headlights during any inclement weather when visibility is reduced. Question 87. How do you handle a situation where another driver is driving erratically or appears to be under the influence? A. Attempt to pass them quickly. B. Stay a safe distance away, and, if possible, report them to authorities. C. Follow them closely to monitor their actions. Answer B. Stay a safe distance away, and, if possible, report them to authorities. Keep a safe distance from erratic drivers, and report them to the police if you suspect impaired driving. Question 88. What are the rules regarding passing a stopped school bus on a divided highway? A. Always stop, regardless of the direction of travel. B. Stop only if you're on the same side as the bus. C. You don't need to stop if the highway is divided by a physical barrier. Answer C. You don't need to stop if the highway is divided by a physical barrier. On a divided highway, only vehicles on the same side as the stopped school bus must stop. Question 89. What is the correct way to approach a roundabout with multiple lanes? A. Choose your lane before entering and signal your exit. B. Always use the left lane to enter and exit. C. Enter in any lane and then switch lanes in the roundabout. Answer A. Choose your lane before entering and signal your exit. In a multi-lane roundabout, select the correct lane based on your intended exit and signal before exiting. Question 90. How should you adjust your driving in the presence of a streetcar or trolley? A. Always stop and wait for the streetcar to pass. B. Drive alongside the streetcar. C. Yield to streetcars and trolleys, especially when they are boarding or alighting passengers. Answer C. Yield to streetcars and trolleys, especially when they are boarding or alighting passengers. Be cautious and yield the right-of-way to streetcars and their passengers. Question 91. What precautions should you take when backing out of a driveway onto a street? A. Back out quickly to minimize traffic disruption. B. Check for pedestrians and oncoming traffic and proceed slowly. C. Honk to alert nearby vehicles and pedestrians. Answer B. Check for pedestrians and oncoming traffic and proceed slowly. Always check carefully for pedestrians and traffic before slowly backing out of a driveway. Question 92. What is the procedure for yielding to transit vehicles like buses in California? A. Transit vehicles always have the right of way. B. Yield to buses when they signal to re-enter traffic. C. Do not yield to transit vehicles. Answer B. Yield to buses when they signal to re-enter traffic. California law requires drivers to yield to transit buses that are signaling to enter traffic. Question 93. When is it required to use turn signals before making a turn or changing lanes? A. Only when other vehicles are present. B. At least 100 feet before the turn or lane change. C. Using turn signals is optional. Answer B. At least 100 feet before the turn or lane change. California law requires signaling at least 100 feet before turning or changing lanes to alert other road users. Question 94. How should you position your vehicle when preparing to make a left turn from a two-way street? A. Close to the right-hand curb. B. In the middle of the street. C. Near the center line. Answer: C. Near the center line. When preparing to turn left, position your vehicle close to the center line of the street to allow space for oncoming traffic. Question 95. What is the correct response to a pedestrian who is illegally crossing the road? A. Continue driving since you have the right of way. B. Stop and allow the pedestrian to cross. C. Honk to scare them off the road. Answer: B. Stop and allow the pedestrian to cross. Always prioritize safety and stop for pedestrians, even if they are crossing illegally. Question 96. How do you properly park your vehicle alongside a curb on a level street? A. Park at an angle to the curb. B. Keep your wheels straight and leave room between your car and the curb. C. Your wheels should be turned towards the curb. Answer: B. Keep your wheels straight and leave room between your car and the curb. When parking on a level street, keep the wheels straight and park parallel to the curb. Question 97. What is the significance of a yellow painted curb in California? A. Loading zone or short-term parking. B. No parking at any time. C. Parking allowed without restrictions. Answer: A. Loading zone or short-term parking. A yellow painted curb typically indicates a loading zone or an area designated for short-term parking with specific restrictions. Question 98. How should you respond if you accidentally drive through a red light? A. Stop in the middle of the intersection. B. Continue driving and be more cautious. C. Safely pull over and contact the authorities if necessary. Answer: B. Continue driving and be more cautious. If you accidentally drive through a red light, continue through the intersection and then drive more cautiously, keeping an eye out for other vehicles and pedestrians. Question 99. What is the proper way to use a bike lane when preparing to make a right turn? A. Drive in the bike lane for at least 200 feet before turning. B. Never enter the bike lane. C. Merge into the bike lane carefully before turning. Answer: C. Merge into the bike lane carefully before turning. When turning right, check for cyclists, signal, and then carefully merge into the bike lane before making your turn. Question 100. How do you determine the safe speed to travel in areas where there are no posted speed limits? A. Base it on the flow of traffic. B. Drive as fast as you feel safe. C. Consider road, traffic, and weather conditions to determine a safe speed. Answer: C. Consider road, traffic, and weather conditions to determine a safe speed. In areas without posted speed limits, drive at a speed that is safe for the current road and weather conditions.